But one thing I can say, confidently being a vanilla vaquero myself, is that the brewery was feeling villainous this year. We decided to grab pretty much every vanilla that we could grab. So that's what this beer is. Vanilla Villain is, our attempt at stuffing as many different types and sources of vanilla as we could into a beer, to a balance. So it's not over vanilla, but it's hugely vanilla. And what makes it special this year is this is a brand new base beer for the brewery. So this is one of our new stouts. I'm not going to tell you the working name in the cellar, but it's one of our new stouts. It's a high gravity beer, and it's also a very sweet stout. So it has a high finishing gravity as well, in the 13 to 14 Plato range. So very, very sweet stout and is built up with vanilla. This beer, before blended, comprised of 14 bourbon barrels. So a fairly small blend for us here at the brewery, but 14 barrels. And each barrel got its own vanilla source and a huge amount at that. So a very high dosage of vanilla. Each vanilla bean was hand processed. It was split. It was scraped to get all the vanilla meat out, or the little vanilla bean specks. If you remember vanilla bean ice cream, it's got the little specks in it. Get all that stuff out, and then each vanilla bean was chopped into 5 or 6 pieces. And then 1.5 pounds of that vanilla going into each physical barrel. So a very high concentration of vanilla. And there's 2 types of vanilla beans on the market. There's Vanilla Planifolia, Vanilla Planifolia. I mean, I'm gonna mess up all this pronunciation and enunciation, so it'll be fun to correct me later. But Vanilla Planifolia and Vanilla Tahitensis. So anyway, 14 different sources went into that. I'm going to attempt to now share those sources with you. So in the Vanilla Planifolia, you'll see listed on the label vanilla beans coming from Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Vanuatu, Madagascar, Veracruz, Mexico, Papua New Guinea, and Uganda. And then you'll also see you'll taste 2 vanilla beans in here that aren't on the label that I added post label. That would be the Planifolia Comoros and the Indonesian Planifolia. The Tahitian varieties are Cook Islands, Ecuador, Tahiti, and then we have a couple returning sources, Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. But again, those are Tahitian beans. So 14 different types, 14 different sources for this. And what does that do? It brings a villainous amount of vanilla to an already amazing base stout. Bourbon barrel age, in barrel, 20 months. The nose is just straight vanilla. And believe it or not, it tastes like vanilla. It's like bourbon barrel-aged stout with vanilla, and an insane amount of vanilla. It's got an incredible mouthfeel. It's got a complexity that, kind of bordering on, toasted marshmallow, almost like a faintness of like toasted coconut. There's some weird things that the vanilla is doing here, and I think that if you like vanilla stouts, and if you're a fan of the brewery vanilla stouts that you asked for that have been in the past, and a couple other vanilla products that you might have tasted from the pilot system in the tasting room. If you're a fan of those beers, I think you'll really enjoy this new stout from the brewery. Cheers.